What's up, YouTube? This is Jeremy with No Hate. Today I'm going to do another update on the Datsun 280ZX Turbo. Yesterday I was just pretty excited that it was finally running. And sorry about the highway noise. I'm literally beside a substation and there's a highway right there. I'm on an industrial lot, because my apartment won't let me keep this there while it doesn't run. Well, while it didn't run, as you can see, it is running. Again, it's not running amazingly. It's running pretty rich. I think I need to go ahead and just replace all the rest of the vacuum lines, of which there are a lot. Hooray! 1980s technology. But I thought that maybe we would give you guys a walk around. So first off, it's T-top. I live in Oregon and they don't seem to leak, so that's a good sign. I'm still gonna probably recondition the seals. The steering wheel had some kind of wrap on it. It is molded, it's starting to degrade. I'm gonna need to replace it. I don't know if I'm gonna replace it with a aftermarket or what. As you can hear, we've got a pretty severe lifter tick as well. This car has the P90A head, so it has a hydraulic lifters. I really wouldn't be surprised if one of them was collapsed. So we've got the digital gauges. And analog oil temperature and pressure, analog boost gauge, digital clock. I'm probably going to replace that with a functional gauge. The dash in this is surprisingly clean. It is not just crazed and cracked all to hell. I've got the automatic temperature control. It does not work. I think the vacuum pump is just dead. I'm going to eventually want to replace this with a manual system, because I'm going to do an air conditioner delete. Because, really, honestly, why do I need air conditioning when I have T-tops? These are never going to be in when it's nice and sunny and hot. Right now the car is full of shit. Mostly related to working on the car. The car is just a handy place to store everything that comes out of the car. As far as rust goes, well, it exists. And it exists in great amounts. The hatch is a basket case. That's my spare tire well. It is a portal to the underworld. The hood hinge is broken. The hood had... Let's go ahead and close the hood. The hood had a bra on it. For a long time, it sat out for who knows how many years with that bra on it, so I have a feeling that bra was intended to cover up this damage, but all it did was promote rust. Let's turn it off. Again, the oil is pretty thin. It, you know, running so rich and not starting, it basically just poured gas into the cylinders, which went down into the sump. The rear panel is starting to dry rot. That's not unusual for these cars. Spare tire stuff is in here. Someone's removed the space saver. But I do have my cargo straps. So, also, I'm sorry, that was terrible. You guys were just seeing the pad, because I need to get a head mount for this camera. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got the cargo straps. It's got the cargo bars down in there. It's got the factory tape player and radio. That works. I can't figure out how to turn it on at the moment, but I've heard it. It works. It doesn't work amazingly because the power antenna at some point was replaced with this pecker here. Excuse me. The hatch does lock though, so that'll mostly keep exhaust fumes out. I've got the locking gas cap. That is not actually locked though. I don't think I have a key for it. What I will be doing is getting a key made. Gas theft isn't as big of a problem now as it was in the 80s, but it still does happen. So, the wheels. This is sitting on what is known as the Datsun Swastika wheels. These are 15 by 7s. They weigh 14 pounds. So, while they're not the lightest wheel in the world, I've seen heavier aftermarket wheels. So, these are probably going to stay on it. As is per usual for cars of the era, it does have a lot of sidewall. I like the fact that it has sidewall. These tires, I don't know how old they are, but they don't look too awful bad. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of sidewall cracking on them. They look like they were put on and then the car just kind of sat. The guy I bought it from said that some kid had it, and I'd believe him. These cars are not expensive. I mean, they're getting more expensive as people realize what they are, but, you know, most Z guys don't like the S130. That's the body code for this. The original Z, well, there's one over here. Let's go look at it, and I'll share with you the Z knowledge. So, this is the original Z. So if you look at the VIN plate on it, it's going to say something like, well, actually, let's look at the VIN plate. Yeah, HLS30. And that's the body code. The body code is S30. All Japanese cars have a body code. So When you hear drift people talk about the 86 or the Hachiroku, what they're talking about is the Toyota Corolla AE86. That's the body code. The US Corolla never got an AE86. I mean, it's in the VIN, but that's not the actual body code. This car is an 83, so its VIN number is an actual VIN number, but when the car was released in when the car was released in 79, the VIN plate said HLS130, so this is an S130. Your classic Z over there is an S30. The 300ZX, there's two 300ZXs. One's a Z31. That's the one that looks like this car, but it's got the flip-up headlights. The later model, the 90s Z300ZX, that's a Z32. And then your 350Z is a Z33, and the 370Z is a Z34. And then, you can always tell your engine displacement if it has not had a swap. Many of these cars have. But if it has not had a swap, then you can tell by the model number, 240Z, 260Z, 280Z, 280ZX. That's what size displacement the engine is in liters. So, this is a 2.8 liter engine, 280Z. X. Because the X makes it cool. Actually, I think the X is really meant for more like luxury. This car is not really a sports car. I mean, it's a sports car, but it was not intended to be a sports car. The original Datsun 240Z was a sports car. But this is more of a grand touring car. I really can't think of a whole lot more to say about this car. I'm just in the process of making it run right. I'm fairly certain that it would go down the road as it sits. But I need to either replace the hatch or repair it. Probably replace it. Taillights need sorting out. I need to see what I can do about this bash right there. It honestly looks like some truck hit it. This car is so low that a lot of modern SUV bumpers come up to about that line. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as my channel, there's, not a whole lot to say. I'm part of a group. We call ourselves No Hate Motorsports. And the reason why we do is mostly because we like motorsports. We like all motorsports. We don't like to say, well, drag racing isn't real racing and stuff like that. And we mostly focus on drift, and that's just because the founders are really into drift. And drifting is cool, yeah. I'm not really as into it as they are. I'm really more into track racing. And just building cool cars and cruising around on the back roads. Here in Portland, Oregon, it is actually a fairly mountainous area. We've got all kinds of hills all over the place. And there's lots and lots of back roads that nobody takes because everyone wants to take the interstates. Ask anyone who lives here exactly how clogged the interstates get. And so, there's tons of twisty mountain roads that nobody drives on that I really can't wait to take this thing on. I hope to get a mount for GoPro, or like I said yesterday, oh so crudely, you know, with a different camera. I don't know. But I want to get more active with my channel. My channel's been just kind of languishing with some Spore Creature Creator videos on it and not much else. So, what I'd like you to do, I know not a whole lot of people are going to see this because this is what? Video number 2 in 8 years? But I'm going to rename my channel. I'm kind of going to do some, you know, I'm going to upload a bunch of stuff for No Hate Motorsports. Hopefully they can get their channel off the ground. I've been kind of working on that. I'm kind of the media guy for them. But I'm going to do my own channel branding, really kind of to reflect the fact that I've got just, I mean, well, look at me. I've got a lot of what I would consider, you know, I like the 80s style. And, you know, that's what I drive. I want to drive cool cars from the 80s. So, I'm thinking about naming my channel as such. You know, there's other channels that have Z's on them. The one that really pops up for me is Hooligan Garage. They have no idea who I am, but, you know, I've been watching them, and they kind of inspired me to really kind of pursue having another ZX. You know, I had one a few years ago, but it was bought, not built. It got trashed when a truck dropped a bunch of bricks in front of it. This one I'm gonna build. They kind of inspired me because they were like, you know, this is a valid car for using in competition. You may not think it is, but it is. So, yeah, in the comments, go ahead and leave your ideas. I'm really kind of thinking about really kind of some hackneyed name like Betamax Motorsports or something. Something that really kind of evokes the whole feeling of that particular era and taps into the whole retro wave scene. Because that's what this car is. You know, this car is, it doesn't have the flip-up headlights and everything, but this car comes directly from the era that retro wave tries to recapture. Sorry. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you leave a comment about my weight, yes, I already know. I'm fucking fat. I'm on a fasting diet right now. And no, that doesn't mean I'm starving myself. So please, all of you health and safety nuts, I'm not starving myself. I'm just making sure that I expend more calories than I consume. And for me, that means fasting. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video because we're at 19 minutes and 16 seconds, 19. Oh God, time keeps on slipping into the future. All right, bye.